Thank you, Lance Mahirlock. Leader, I'd like a debate to be held with the Minister for Housing, where he can outline to us the future of housing in this country, under this government of course, but also his considered thoughts as to what it will be under the next government and future governments, based on what we're seeing now and the trends that are emerging. The mortgage tracker scandal, 81 separate regulatory breaches, leading to the loss of 25 family homes. What good is a fine to those families? We have over 500 housing bodies in this country, in addition to our local city and council authorities. Why? How did we get to this stage? Surely in the provision of housing, a centralised response best allows for the most efficient use of land and resources. Wasn't that the thinking behind the establishment of the land development agencies? And yet, we now have charities bidding against councils, councils bidding against foreign investment funds, all pricing out first-time buyers. Part of me wonders if instead of giving first-time buyers little help in the form of schemes and grants, we should give them a whole year playing field around the market. 1 year where no house is sold to anyone except first-time buyers who are going to live in it. But is home ownership the future of households in Ireland? When you look at all of these housing bodies, it buys or builds to rent. Will lifetime renting become the norm in Ireland? Will the notion of the family home passed down through generations fade away, replaced by accommodation security in the hands of government? Have this house until you die, then it goes back into the pot and is allocated to someone else. What are the implications of a right to housing, and how will they reconcile with the private home ownership? Or will they? These are questions that many people in this country would like asked, and I think the Minister for Housing should come in here and speak to us on those concerns. Thank you.
Senator Keogan asked for a housing debate. We will make that request, Senator Keogan, and I take on board your point as well around the tracker mortgage scandal and the loss of family homes. It doesn't matter what fine you give, you'll never repair the damage done to those families, and I think the banks have a lot to answer for in that regard. And I was glad to see quite a hefty fine being levelled against Bank of Ireland, but they'll never recover what happened to those families, and that's just the long and short of it.